What was the gist of video 2? Same thing is going on from the beginning. What is that same thing? Center, equanimity. Is it getting clearer and clearer?
Yeah.
In everything, equanimity. Even in eating. Even in chai. Yeah. Even in sleeping. Somebody who eats too much or eats too little cannot meditate. So I want you to think, when we go through this sutras, could this be the reason why I cannot meditate? Am I sleeping too much or am I sleeping too little? Yeah? Or am I working too much? Guruji spoke about workaholics also. If you work too much, you're just so tired. The physical body is so tired, you sit to meditate, you are actually falling asleep. If you're too tired, you cannot meditate. So I want you to do this exercise, mental exercise for your own self when you're doing the sutras. Yeah? Some people sleep 8, 10 hours, especially those who are not working. Yeah? When you sleep too much, also tamas comes into you. Rajas is restlessness in the body, energy, activity. Yeah? Tamas is laziness, dullness. Sattva is the perfect balance. Yeah? So, what happens when you sleep too much? Dullness comes, tamas comes in the body. Yeah? Tamas comes in the mind also. Can a tamasic person meditate? It's just too dull. Yeah? You need just the right level of energy to be able to meditate. Why? What is the first step we learned? What needs to be done?
Choiceless.
That requires effort. Can a dull person put that effort to not go this way and not go that way? For a dull or tamasic person, it will be so much work. That person will not be able to still the mind. Are you understanding how it's working? Yeah. If somebody is very rajasic, too much rajas in the body, can that person still the mind? Mind will go at such a speed, you won't find the center only. You see what I'm saying? So for such a person, you do some yoga, do Padma Sadhana. Everybody learn Padma Sadhana today. All of you know it already? Yeah? Do Padma Sadhana. If you find somebody that's too much rajas in the body, that calms down the rajas. If you feel there's really excessive, then you do Surya Namaskar. You know Surya Namaskar? Yeah? One of the Kriya days, do Surya Namaskar. Do one Surya Namaskar, do Padma Sadhana, and then do short Kriya. Then you see how deep your meditation after short Kriya goes. Really deep and quiet. Yeah? Because that rajas in the body has completely quietened down. Got it? Yeah? That's how the energy moves. You have to learn how to bring the perfect rhythm of that energy so that you can meditate. Yeah? So now when we go through the sutras, you think, you identify.
What are the qualities of tamas and rajas people? I mean, how can we identify if right now we are in rajasic or we are in tamasic?
If you are feeling very dull and tired and lethargic and right now, that is tamas. If you're feeling full of energy, completely charged, you're rajasic. Yeah? And if you're feeling just calm, serene, relaxed, neither too high nor too low, a balance, that is sattva. Yeah? Totally depends on your feeling, how you are experiencing it. Yeah? Somebody else cannot point out to you. Only you will know. Got it?
Okay.
I have a question. So if we feel rajas with Padma Sadhana and Surya Namaskar to come down, but what about tamas? What we do to come out to?
You go for a run. Just Padma Sadhana is not going to wake you up. Yeah, you need to really shake that tamas out. Run, jog, gym, whatever you do. Yeah, Lot of physical activity is required to bring that tamas up. It's like your car is in the garage and hasn't been started for so many days. You need a kick start, no?
Yeah.
That's the state of tamas. You need a kick start. That kick will come with something physical. If you have a swimming pool in your area, whatever,
University.
University you have swimming pool, great. You can go for a swim. Swimming really, you have to put in so much of an effort, it completely shoots that tamas out of you. When you're done, then you sit and meditate, then you'll be able to go into it much easier. Yeah. Kickstart in tamas, in rajas, just a little bit of activity so the mind is not too much here and there. Yeah. Come to that perfect equanimity, then you can go into meditation better. Yeah. Now, for that, moderation in food is required, moderation in sleep is required, moderation in exercise. Yeah, some people overdo exercise also. Some people keep working. Day and night you're working, you're not getting enough sleep. Recreation is also required. You cannot be working 24/7, day after day, or just taking care of family or work. There is no relaxation for the mind, no leisure. Now what happens in leisure?
You get out of your routine life and your brain can actually think better.
Fresh, yes. It's just like refreshing yourself. You put on music also, even if you cannot get out somewhere, go out. Just chilling out with music. What it does is actually melts away everything. You feel like melting, feeling relaxed, feeling that. That is very important. If that is not happening because of your work or you have so much responsibilities, you're running after so many things, you're not giving leisure enough time, the body will break down. Okay, let's go to the sutras. 6-14. Prashantatma vigata bhira.
Prashantatma vigata bhira.
Brahmachari vrate sthita.
Brahmachari vrate sthita.
Manah samyamya machitto.
Manah samyamya machitto.
Yukta asita matpara.
Yukta asita matpara.
Prashantatma.
Very calm.
Very calm, serene. Serene-minded is Prashantatma. Vigata Bhira. What is Bhir? Fear. So Vigata Bhir, devoid of fear, fearless. Brahmachari Vrate Sthita, established in the Vrat of Brahmacharya. What's Brahmacharya? Guruji explained it to you.
Being in the face of Brahma.
Abstaining from
Self-pleasurable.
Vrat is
Fasting.
Wow.
fasting. Yeah. Fasting as in you take a vow, I will not do this. Yeah. Taking a vow, I will not indulge in this particular pleasure. Yeah. Brahmachari Vrate, I will not indulge in any of those pleasures which can take me away from walking towards the Brahman. Brahma and Charya. Charya is to walk and Brahman is, you know the Brahman consciousness we've been talking about. What pleasures take you away from the spiritual path? Tell me. What are they? Give me examples.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Okay.
Hot water.
Hot water. Okay. Huh? Temper beer. Okay.
All the five senses.
Yeah. Give me examples. Specific examples that.
Watching sense of sight and sound can be like watching too much television or that thing. And then sense of touch could be like, maybe like, getting ready too much or like, too much indulging in like someone has to praise me and those kind of things.
Wow, it's beautiful. Getting ready, putting makeup. I should look like this. I should look like that. You praise how I'm looking. Very good. Next.
And again, like running behind the feverishness, like, I need to get this, I need to earn more money, or I need to get big, whatever it is. So that, continuously going behind, technically becoming the pendulum, not able to realize that I'm just coming back. And also it could be in spiritual thing also, like, oh, today I'm not able to do Kriya, today I'm not able to do Kriya, today I'm not able to do Kriya. And then again it's like, okay, like it's okay, I will not even do it. So it's either of the way.
Excellent. Very nice. Yeah. She's giving her examples, guys. You see your personal things. What takes you away from meditation, from spirituality? Yeah. What is it that really tempts you and you give up your kriya, you give up your meditation for it, or you give up even attending a knowledge session, yeah? Give up watching a satsang or attending a satsang. What is it that takes you away from the spiritual path? What is your biggest temptation? You know your biggest temptation, each one of you, don't you? Write it down right now. My biggest temptation is, you put it down. What is your biggest temptation?
Mine is food.
Food, okay.
Just want to lie down a little bit.
Lie down, laziness. Yes, something.
Basically, mine is waking up and starting on my cell phone, reading all the WhatsApp messages.
WhatsApp, Facebook, new bimari you all have now.
Yeah.
Have you all written it down?
Yes.
Yes? Now you will take a vrat, a vow that you will abstain from that temptation that you wrote down. Whatever you wrote down.
Can we add more?
Can I change?
You're not removing it, no deleting it now. Now you tell me how long is your vrat going to be? How long of a vrat are you ready to take? You have to commit to me. If you don't commit to me, you will not stick to it. Okay. She's saying month. You don't have to copy her. You can do whatever. 2 months, 3 months.
No, I mean like, I put the work period. After 2-3 days, the period goes up. Right?
No, you have to promise me. You have to promise me and you have to keep your promise to me. Okay? If I tell you to take the breath on your own, you will not take it. That is why I'm asking you to commit to me. Committed? 1 month? No.
Basically, small steps. At first, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, you have to stick to it, Nidhid. I always know if you're on WhatsApp.
For example, if we say we don't want to at all do, that is also not right? I mean, anything in moderation is okay, right?
No. This is called a vrat. Did you read the sutra? What is vrat? To abstain from. You take a vrat to abstain from something, whatever your temptation is, for the purification of the soul. After that period, you go back to it. It's okay.
Right.
Just to experience that purification for that much time, you take a vrat. Understood meaning of vrat?
Yes. 21 days.
21 days? Good.
So my biggest temptation is worrying. So how do I set a timeline for it?
Set a timeline. I'm not going to go this side and I'm not going to go this side. I'll just be in the middle. No worry. Worry is always about this dvandva or that dvandva. Set a timeline. You can choose the smallest, whatever. A month, okay.
1 month.
1 month. Sneha? How much?
Yeah, well.
Okay. 6 months.
और आज के दिन में
Excellent. Write to me and tell me if you pass or fail, whatever happens to your vrata. Don't forget to write to me. Puja. 2 weeks. Okay. 1 year.
I'm already doing it.
Right way to get out of it. Take a breath you are not doing. I'll come back to you. It's a breath from a temptation, not about doing kriya.
Right. Yes. Okay, 1 month I think.
For what?
Regularly doing the meditation. For skipping.
Okay, chalo, ठीक है. Gautam.
1 day.
1 day. What a contrast! 1 year and 1 day. Pass में बैठे हो.
Maybe that.
Even the back day.
I think he's sleeping now. He's got to sleep tomorrow.
1 day is too short.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
10 days.
2 weeks minimum.
Okay.
Bargain offer.
41 days.
41 days. Okay.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
2 weeks. Only conformity, otherwise I would have said 1 week.
Mine is time bound. 20.
Anybody on hangout?
3 months.
3 months? Okay. Cool.
But I'm lucky.
Mine is only 23rd of this month because I have a reunion at on 24th. I want to look good. So my food is, I cannot access.
We started Bhagwad Gita
On 24th, that's why I eat very lavishly.
Party, yes, if you can remain, away from that temptation, even in a party, then you are in it. Okay, so any temptation which takes you away from walking on the path of brahmacharya. Yes, even sex is one such big temptation. Thoughts of lust are a big thing which can take you away. When your mind is constantly engaged in thoughts of lust, you cannot meditate. Yes, so that is also a part of brahmacharya. Yes, so those who want to can take this, especially couples attending the session, it's easier for you guys. Okay, so you can take a vrata for some time. You abstain from sex. And then you observe, is there a difference in your meditation, in the energy that is generated during that meditation, just because you're abstaining from this one particular thing. Thing is, we don't use it only for procreation. No? The human mind has abused it. Animals use it for procreation just once in a year during that mating season when it is required, when it is commanded by nature. Yes, for the purpose of procreation. Humans, before doing sex, they are thinking about sex. During sex, they are completely passionate. After sex, the mind is completely indulgent. It's constantly going on. That feverishness increases that fire inside you. And that completely takes your energy to the lowest chakras. Sexual energy, or constantly being indulgent in the thoughts of sex, pull your energy downwards. Meditation and spiritual path is about pulling the energy upwards in the chakra. So it conflicts big time. Are you seeing what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't procreate. Yes, it's just a vrata for some time to observe how the energy is moving within. Yeah. Now, those whose spouses are not here, please don't do such challenging things without informing. Otherwise, I'll get a phone call tomorrow. Yeah. So see that if you take such steps, you keep your spouse in confidence and with their agreement. That's how you walk the path. That's why I always say couples should walk the spiritual path together. Makes a big difference at home. Big difference. Okay? Let's move on to the next part of the shloka. Mana samyamya matchitto, having balanced the mind, thinking about me. Yukta asita matpara. Let him be a yukta. Yukta means one who is united. United with what?
The self.
With the self, with that consciousness. My mind is outside. Yeah? When I turn in, it is the process of nama. And I am establishing in the self. I am united. Yeah? Yoga and yukta, same root. Union. Got it? And by thinking about me, Machito, Matpara is thinking about me, being absorbed in me. Lord Krishna is saying, think about me all the time. Is he saying to worship the idol the whole day? What is he talking about? Who is this me? The form Krishna?
The self.
The consciousness, the Brahman consciousness. Yeah? When Lord Krishna is speaking here, it is not that form, that body. Yeah, it is not even that individual soul that is speaking. It is the universal consciousness speaking through that individual soul to Arjuna. Yes, that is why the entire knowledge came through, no? Later on also, Arjuna says, after the battle gets over, he tells Krishna, oh please tell me, that Gita again. That time you told me in the middle of a battlefield. I was so confused. I didn't even absorb all that knowledge. Now you tell me again. He says, no, that is only one time chance. Chance gaya. Yeah, it happens only from that universal consciousness speaking through me. It's not something that will just come out now. Yeah? Krishna is talking about that universal consciousness or that Brahman consciousness which is pervading everywhere, which is in each one of us, which is in each non-living thing, every animal, every insect, everywhere on this planet and beyond. The entire universe. It is just that Brahman consciousness which is pervading. So how can you be absorbed in the thoughts of that Brahman consciousness? You can't even see it. It's so easy to be lost in thoughts of money, thoughts of sex, thoughts of possessing more clothes, more material, more houses. Because I can see all these things. These are all tangible. But how to be absorbed in the thoughts of that which is intangible, which I cannot touch, which I cannot see, which I cannot hear, I cannot smell, I cannot taste. How? How to be absorbed in that? I experience it in meditation, that silence, that just being. Yeah? But how to be really established in that understanding in my waking hours? I'm going to work, my boss is screaming at me. How do I see the Brahman consciousness there? He looks like a devil. How do I see the Brahman consciousness in somebody who's screaming at me? He's going to fire me, and there is this fear inside coming. How?
You can see it as a play of the five elements. Lord, fear is also a play of the five elements, and the boss is angry.
Beautiful. Understand one thing, that we are all a part of that. That Brahman consciousness is like the ocean. Yeah? In the beginning of creation, what was there? Just that ocean was there. There was no human form, no animal form, no insect, no bird, no object, nothing. Nothingness is its form. Yeah? That's where we all were, in that pool of consciousness. This pool of consciousness broke apart into different forms. If I break a huge magnet, All the small pieces will want to come back together. Natural. Just like that, we broke out from this pool of consciousness and we only have that one thirst to come back to that center, that pool. But we don't understand it. Yes, that's why we think, oh, I'm attracted to this woman, I'm attracted to this man, I'm attracted to this phone. I want this thing, I want this house. Not understanding what it is, that underlying cause of this attraction. All the pieces just want to come together. You see what I'm saying? That is the thirst. There is only one thirst. You're not thirsty for money. You just don't know about the Brahman consciousness and the mind wanted to pick something, it picked money. Yeah. Somebody else picked sex, somebody else picked shoes, somebody else picked bags, somebody else picked stocks, somebody else picks name and fame or position and power, somebody else picked mansions. Are you getting it? Yeah. It is only one basic underlying thirst that is there. The yogi, the wise one, recognizes, oh, this is what it is. There's just one thirst. That is why I run after money for some time, I get bored, and then I start running after a woman, and then I get bored, or I start running after a man, I get bored, then I start running after a house, then I start running after a car. Noticed? The thirst continues. It doesn't matter whether I get that thing or that person or that mansion or not. It doesn't matter only how much ever I fulfill, that thirst is there. It's not getting satiated. It has to be more than the objects I am running behind. Correct? What is that thirst? It is for that Brahman consciousness. This understanding, when you are 100% established in it, that's all you see everywhere. That's all you can think of. That's all you experience wherever you go. Then everything is just like a play, a drama. I just play my part and I move on. Got it? This is the meaning of be absorbed in my thoughts. That my is actually us. We all are one. That one pool of consciousness. Clear? Yeah? So matpara, matchito, it has this long explanation that I just gave you. 6-16 Natyashrattastu yogasti
नाट्यशतस्तु योगस्ति
न चैकान्तमनः श्रतः
न चैकान्तमनःश्रतः
न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य
न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य
जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन.
जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन.
Continue with the next sutra. It's a continuation. Yukta ahara viharasya Yukta cheshtasya karmasu Yukta swapnavabodhasya Yogo bhavati dukkha. These are the same rules that we've been talking about. First line is Natya Shrattastu Yogasti. Yoga is not possible for him. Na Chaikantam Mana Shrata. Who eats too much or does not eat at all. So basically it's too little for the body. Next line, Nachati Swapna Shilasya. nor for him who sleeps too much. So much that he's all the time in swapna. What is swapna? Wonderland. Dreamland. Yeah? It is not for such a person who sleeps too much or is lost in dreamland. Jagrato naiva charjuna. Neither is it for the one who is always awake or sleeps too little. Next one, the sutras are together actually. Yukta ahara viharasya. For him who is moderate in ahar. Ahar is eating, food. Yeah? Vihar, recreation. Yeah, relaxing, leisure. Yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Who is moderate in doing his karmas or actions. Or exertion in action, if you want to write. He's not a workaholic and he is not a lazy man, basically. He is moderate in his actions, exertion in action. Yukta swapna bodhasya, who's moderate in swapna, sleep, and bodha, waking up, waking state. So he is moderate in sleep and waking. Yogi bhavati dukkha. Yoga becomes the destroyer of dukkha for him. It will take away all his dukkha. Are you seeing? Right from the beginning we are only talking about equanimity, moderation, balance, samatha. Yeah? Some buddhi, some even in your posture while meditating, and then now some in eating, sleeping, or your activities. Yeah. Yeah, not much to explain there, no? We've talked about it at length. We'll continue the rest tomorrow.